Shosho Mr. G.
Shapujwa.
Feroze.
Mchocho wena. Kimnati njak.
For people that don't know who you are,
yeah,
can you kindly explain to them who you are, what you do, and why are we here?
My name is George Lichalaba, known as Mr. G as my stage name. George Lichalaba Mr. G is a DJ and producer, a full-time DJ and a producer who started this DJ thing back in 2004, I think. Yeah, using turntables and cassettes, which I got inspired from the legendary DJ Soli Vista, Shelly, DJ Shelly, the first lady, DJ Shelly, DJ Dihuele, just to name a few. That's where I developed the love of DJing. We are here today, Bafetu, talking about my coming album, which will be dropping on the 12th September, titled Letabo, named after my son. The name of my son is Letabo. So specifically, this album is dedicated to him. Yeah.
Okay. So, starting your journey in 2004,
yeah.
Do you remember when did you get your first gig?
Oh, I can say I remember the first gig I got in earlier 21st birthday. I think it was in Tlantla, 21st birthday, but it was way back, you know. And the funny part about that gig, I was like not well cooked as a DJ. I was struggling. I remember playing there, and people like booing me, say, "Who's this guy?" So, you know, when you have a passion for something, I did not give up easily. I even cried that day because I was like, they bullied me, like, say, "Hey, Baba, mix." And I went back home and cried. But I said, you know what, I can do it. I must not be hard on myself. I think it was 2006, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a paying gig. Yeah, that.
How much?
I'm very true. I think it was for lunch because I was at tertiary at that time. Maybe 120 or 150. Oh. Yeah, but it was like my first paying gig because when I started, obviously, DJ just to help to get that platform to DJ as well, you know.
Okay,
yeah.
So you are saying you were in tertiary.
Yeah.
Why were you studying?
I studied, specifically in tertiary, I studied sound engineering and sound technical production based on events management and a little bit of music business at COPA. Yeah, so the course I studied sound engineering, music business, and events management.
Okay,
yeah.
So where does the sound engineering part come in? Where do you study sound engineering?
So, you know, I always think, you know, out of the box. I noticed DJing and music, they go hand in hand. And by that time, I had not have a proper knowledge about the entertainment side, specifically music side. So I studied sound engineering at COPA, Campus of Performing Arts, which I obtained a diploma. 2008 specifically or 7, I completed my sound engineering diploma and music business studies as well. Yeah.
Okay, tell us about your first residential gig that you got. What was the first residential gig as a DJ, whether at a club or at a radio station? Because I see in your profile there's a lot of radio stations that were mentioned that you worked under, and big nationally and big in community radio station and national radio. So can you take us through that? How did it come about?
So you know, like the first proper residency I got, I think it was back then at Danish Pub. Now they call it Mink. There's a guy by the name of Olebza who hooked me up with the owner of the place. I think the owner was John, if I'm not mistaken. So I used to resident there. I remember I used to work with the late Lil Mo, I think Opa. Yeah,
Lil O.
Lil O, yes. I used to see that guy because, I'm from Mapetla. I had my time, 7 to 8 I must play, but I always saw those guys there, and there was DJ Toy there. That was my first proper resident DJ. Then after that, I've been resident DJ, my man. I residented at the Joint Cocktail by Mapetla, Bafokeng Corner. 2015, I think Bafokeng Corner is the longest residency I worked via pubs, because I worked there at Bafokeng Corner for 5 years. Then Social Link, there are a lot, man. There are a lot. Social Link, News Cafe, there are a lot. Also, in I think 2006, I got a big opportunity to work at the biggest radio station in South Africa, which is the Lesedi FM. Big up to Nestam for the opportunity, which I was a mixed show DJ there, I think for 5 years. And also I got an opportunity to work at Josie FM as a guest mix resident DJ, at which the show is called the Afternoon Fix. The show, they call it Afternoon Fix now, with Refilm. Thanks to Jomani for the platform, thanks to Chepo Jr. and also Refilm. Also I freelanced and got an opportunity to be guest DJs at Cozy FM, 5FM, just to name a few. Radio 2000, I'm a regular now, but not yet a resident DJ, but I'm a regular now, and big shout out to AP Da Costa for the opportunity. Yeah.
Okay, mentioning radio stations, which big event that you worked on, because there's a picture where you like to share of you and Black Coffee.
Yeah.
On that picture, where was that gig? Was that the big gig, your first big gig of sharing such stage with?
Yes, the legendary.
So which other gigs? Can you kindly take us through those moments?
So my first gig, I would say it was it was at Vardos. There's a place called Vardos. I think Black Coffee was on the lineup and Jonina, but I was not on the lineup. I gate crashed. I saw an opportunity, I gate crashed, and ended up being on the lineup, which I shared a stage with Black Coffee and played one-on-one with him back then. I think it was 2009. But my biggest highlight, it will be Soweto Music Festival, which I opened up for Black Coffee. Josie FM, All White Party, that one is close to my heart. It was my first event. I'm playing for plus 20,000 people, or more than 20 or 30,000 people. That was my biggest gig. Soweto Kwaito Festival, the opening of GOG also, that was my first a gig which I played and opened up for Oskido. Yeah, there are a lot, man. Matesperado in Kuruman, in Northern Cape, plus minus 20,000 people also playing for them. It's one of my biggest highlights also. Yeah.
Okay, so looking at this project that you are about to release, who did you work with, and how was the experience of you and working with the guys, the challenges as well? And I can see that your first single is turning a year old on the 13th of September, which is Isibo. It's on plus 10,000 streams. So this is your second year releasing music. This is your first year releasing music. You're going for your second year, so you're celebrating with an album, if you put it that way.
Okay.
So what? Take us through the journey of creating this beautiful work and your best songs that you feel that resonate with you, maybe 4 or 5 Nyana from the album that you can say people must look for.
It's not been an easy journey, As I said, my focus was on the DJ side, but I decided to shift to the production side, which, there's a lot of challenges there. But I managed to do a beautiful song. Well, as you said, Isbongo did well as my first debut singing. So why not? And I said, why not do an album, because we've been doing music, So I worked with a lot of upcoming artists on this project, which are Playboy 705, Speezy, Bino, Lochwiti Levati, Lelmu, just to mention the few. So this album is very close to my heart, and it challenged me to take a step into the business side, because as I said, I was focusing on DJ side. I want to say this thing, it's not an easy journey to do an album. I'll say financially supported, from my own pocket. So this album, we started it last year, and we push, I struggle like the finances, but through the grace of God, good news, go get the 12th of September. Finally, the album will be out. It's a 12-track album, which I work with dope, unknown talent. Some they are known. Gespanelli, my boy, Playboy 705, super talented one, that one. Gaspanali Pinolo, Gaspanali Khutili Vat has been there, Speezy has been there, Lil Mo has been there, Utwa Spanali Chaivan from Simnandi, So it's a nice album. And you must look for certain tracks called Pamio, like there's a song called Mali. That song is dope, Mali. The message of the song is out of this world. Ngwele specifically is dedicated to the hustlers, just to khutata batho ba hustlang. You know what, it's not easy, but at the end we'll do it. I've got a song also called The Tabo. That song, it's for my son. It's dedicated to my son, Orempetu. Whatever I'm doing it for you. There's a song called Soweto Fever. That one is a dance song. Yeah, you must look out for it, just to name few tracks on the songs. Yeah, it's a nice songs. The 12th of September, it goes to album. Kupale supporting. I won't disappoint you. I know a lot of people, they know me as a versatile DJ, which is true. I play everything and I'm good at it. So this time I decided to shift to piano. This album, it's a piano album, nice soulful piano album. Just to hear Lina, I celebrate effort. The talented producers, the Saturnin platform. Well, you know what, Bafetu, as a team, we can do it. Let's show the world what we have. And piano, it's music, it's one car. See, you want to take it to the world. Yeah, looking forward to your support, Bafetu. On the 12th September, the album will be out.
Okay, so where can people find you, contact you, and are there any things like your album launch? Are you going to host something, listening sessions? Are there anything that are planned that people might look forward to? And where can they find you on social media? Okay, social media, all the social media scheme, Mr. GSA, they can check my work. There's booking details more if they want to collaborate. I've got plans for the launch of album via listening sessions. As I said, everything on my socials, so that everyone have an clue with this project.